Hey, it's Jay from Sludge Central. Wednesday Season 2 Part 1 has premiered, and there's a ton of stuff to talk about Wednesday related. I figured let's dedicate a whole episode to that right now. I'm a big fan of Wednesday. I think that show is phenomenal. And before we get into the goods, I'm just going to talk about some of the things that really stood out to me from this season of Wednesday. So right off the bat, we have a scene that takes place at Newark Liberty International Airport, which for me, I love that. Of course, you're going to get stopped at Newark Airport. What an appropriate scene to have Wednesday Addams with all these weapons get stopped by security at Newark Liberty International Airport. The Addams family is from New Jersey, as I've talked about on my channel, and a lot of people are just realizing that now. Charles Addams, the creator of the Addams family, was born in New Jersey, so there's a lot of ties to it and the local New York, New Jersey area. After she takes out all her weapons, she actually gets stopped for a small 3.4 ounce bottle of sun cream, 50 proof. I have to use 100 or else I will just burn into ashes. So if she's using 50, I don't know how she gets away with that. She could take all those weapons back there, but the sun cream, they're going to stop you. If you're over ounces on one of those bottles, forget it. They're confiscating your luggage. It's insane. There you can see their license plate. When they're having that big festival, you got Steve Buscemi, and he's dancing to Bruce Springsteen's Dancing in the Dark. I am obsessed now with this painting that they showed up at that festival. Now I want that hanging in my office. I love the big Hyde monster. I know we've seen the Hyde monster before. What a cool looking, scary monster. Very Tim Burton-esque. We've got Christopher Lloyd's head and like this dome. It's unreal. I also loved Agnes. I think that character is great. I'm always up for some weird, eccentric, obsessive character. It's always funny to me, and she just knocks it out of the park. Evie Templeton. But my favorite thing about this season is that line about if you have FOMO, and she says, no, I have phobia, fear of being included. All right, so I just wanted to run through some of those things. We've got a lot to talk about. There's a lot of stuff. Matt and I went to Wendy's when they released Wednesday's Meal of Misfortune. We weren't going to miss that, obviously. So the Meal of Misfortune had nuggets and ice cream sundae or an ice cream shake, and then there was a spoon that you got. This spoon is pretty cool, and I don't know, whatever. So there's all these extra sauces that you got. There were like 6 secret sauces that you could dunk the nuggets into. One of them was really hot, like unexpectedly hot. I do appreciate that they named the spoon. So it's the Spoon of Gloom. It's pretty neat. I do have it right here. And I figured, maybe I should do something with this spoon. What could you possibly do with this spoon? Maybe. I figured I'd have to eat something with this. So I'm going to try. I just so happen to have this. I still have not tried this. This is the Enid Wednesday cereal. It's supposed to taste like confetti cake, which, I'm whatever. I'm not a huge fan of confetti cake as a flavor. I'm open to anything that they want, any of this stuff. So we'll try that. The same day after we went to Wendy's, we were in this Halloween store. I was like in the store for an hour. I came to the conclusion I needed this. Remember me? I'm Fred's hand. It works disturbingly well, this thing. I just put it on my shoulder. And anyway, I bought this because I figured I don't own a thing. I mean, I own a lot of things, but I don't own an actual thing like this, or even, a model of thing. Or, like a ceramic hand, Fred's hand, that isn't, on the coffee table. Okay, so thing is sitting nicely. You know who I feel like? I feel like Shipwreck with his parrot, or, Coco Beware. People want that type of friendship out of their home pet. I don't have a home pet, so, Thing. I have a new buddy here in life. Right, Thing? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so he's going to be here while we try these. Fiery Skulls. I mean, they're gonna just taste like really hot Cheetos. It becomes just hotness at some point. You know, after you're eating like 2 or 3, you can't differentiate what's even happening. Your mouth is just numb. And I like hot. Doesn't really smell. You ready, thing? You want some of this? Actually, okay, that's upside down, but you would think I could just turn it back upside down, but yeah, so it's a skull. I don't know, that one had something on it. I don't know if I should eat that. Well, I have nowhere to put it, so. Real hot, very hot. They took me by surprise at how hot they'd be. Yeah, they're real hot. Not too hot that I couldn't eat them, but definitely made for the crowd that likes super hot stuff. Your mouth will probably be on fire. I mean, they're doable, but they're a little bit too much. The texture of these is more like a puffy cheese doodle. If you're into those puffy ones, you might like these. If they were like super hot and had thing on the cover of the bag. Nice work, thing. Yeah, right on. That's what I'm talking. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Thing, do you think you could untangle my cables like every show? Because that would be absolutely fantastic. Thanks, man. Yeah, so I just had to grab a drink. And thing was offering to massage my neck. So you may want to get one. This is really nice. You know what I'm saying? As I was talking about those cheese doodles, I am a crunchy cheese doodle person, but I don't eat cheese doodles. So if I was forced to choose, I would go crunchy over puffy at any time, even as a kid. I don't know. And I'm not a person who needs crunchy things. Like I know some people like crunchy cookies or they prefer crunchy crust on pizza as opposed to soft and mushy. Mushy. I am more of the soft and mushy fellow person. So now that we got that out of the way, should you buy those Cheetos? You know, I don't know. If you like hot stuff and you like puffy cheese doodles and skulls, then that's all you and thing. All right, so next up is this cereal. Yeah. Haha. Okay. See, back of the box. Have I talked about how these cardboard boxes are so flimsy? Y'all is definitely like a, you know, confetti cake type of smell, scent, odor wafting. Okay. All right, I think that's enough, right? Wouldn't you say? I honestly don't feel like going to get my almond milk, so I got my spoon of gloom. They're Fruit Loops with a confetti cake flavor. And pretty accurate. If you're into that sort of thing, probably much better with some sort of milk or, I mean, I do almond milk, whatever you like, you know, 1%, 2%, whole milk, whatever the heck you put in it, oat milk, muscle milk, bantha milk. Enid Cereal, if you like confetti cake stuff, that's for you. I would definitely recommend it. It's just that the spoon of gloom really makes everything better. It really does. What a great spoon. It's the best plastic spoon that ever existed. A spoon of gloom. So I didn't know you saw me dancing with my thing again. Oh, boy. I love all this new Wednesday stuff, and it was great talking to you about some of it. I'm really looking forward to part 2 of season 2 to see where that goes after that cliffhanger and to see how, Lady Gaga plays into the mix, too. I'm really excited for that as well. All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out with me here at Sludge Central. This is Jay and Thing signing off.